Okay, so today we're going to talk about a really common problem. It affects a lot of people, particularly people who work at office desks all day, massage therapists, and that's lower back pain. Also, runners have this problem quite a lot as well. So I'm going to take you through some of the stretches you can do to relieve the discomfort, and also some products which are particularly helpful that you can use.
Okay, so we're going to start with some stretches now to release the pressure from the lower back. Okay,
Yeah.
so the hands just by the shoulders. I want you to take a deep breath in, and on the breath out, just push up onto the hands. So deep breath in, and a breath out, and push up, and stretch. This is the cobra position, which is fantastic for releasing pressure. Okay. And then reverse, so you go back into the back stretch, pulling the belly button up towards the spine, the head down. What we're going to do is we're going to stretch forward with our hands as far as we can and push the bottom back, and if you can, just take the head down to the ground. So the final position on the floor, this is the one I call the hip stretch. It's a little bit like the recovery position. So the first thing to do is basically to put the arms out so we can fully stretch the body. And then the next thing we do is we just take this leg up, and then all we're going to do is just basically stretch over. And that gives a lovely stretch to the hips and also to the lower back. And then of course you can reverse it onto the other side as well. First of all, lift the head, place a book of about this thickness just underneath the nape of the neck there, because you're looking to have a slight stretch on the back of the neck. The next thing is to put the knees up. There we go, about hip width apart they need to be now. Okay, and you need to hold that position. That's the most difficult thing to do. Now you can either have the arms like this. This basically stretches out the upper back more. Or if the problem is more in the lower back, you would just adjust the hands. So you just put them down by the sides here. And then basically you just stay in that position. After about 5 minutes, you're going to feel a pressure building on the lower back and the upper back. This is just the vertebrae stretching, so don't worry about that. Just breathe and just be aware that you need to keep the knees hip width apart because they tend to come in. It's really important for that so the spine remains straight. 20 minutes a day and your back will feel amazing. Okay, so we've looked at some stretches to help relieve pressure in the lower back, but what else can you do? There are products which are fantastic on the market. They're widely available, which are really helpful too. You can see that I've got Kayla's knees slightly raised with a pillow, so be aware of your mattress. A lot of lower back issues are caused by a mattress that is too soft. A great idea is to put a pillow supporting under the knees. Okay, also check the mattress is firm enough first of all. The second thing is the Epsom salts are fantastic. You put some in a bath, nice hot water, good soak. When you finish that bath, you then may use a ball to release the pressure. Now the way this works is you can either use a tennis ball or you could use a spiky massage ball. The benefits of this is the spikes penetrate into the muscles directly, releasing the pressure. The way this would work is you would just literally just lift the back slightly and you would just put the ball exactly where the trigger point is, where the pain is, and just breathe into that. Okay? Now for about a minute it might be quite severe, the pain, but then what happens is the muscle fibres separate because of the pressure from the ball, and then the pain will just disappear and the area will go numb. You would then move the ball. Any pressure on the lower back, always work into the glutes, because ultimately the sciatic nerve comes down the back of the legs. This is what causes lower back pain problems. Always into the glutes. So we're just going to remove the tennis ball. This is an option you may just have in your home. These can be easily bought off any suppliers such as Amazon. A big ball for the lower back and hips, and you do exactly the same thing. So lift up exactly where the pressure is, put the weight back onto there. You can also do this with the original stretch in another video where we go into the hip stretch. You can actually put the ball under the hip and that's quite a nice stretch too. Okay, be aware, never use this ball on bare skin. It can be painful. Make sure you have a thin layer of trousers. Okay. Now, other things I was saying, the Epsom salts range are great. Not everybody has a bath. You can also use the shower gel. That's really effective, as is the soap as well. Other things to use, the magnesium oil is great for any signs of anxiety. So it not only takes care of the emotional issues, but the physical problems as well. You just would simply spray that onto the area. The Deep Heat is a well-known brand. It's fantastic. I use this all the time. So we've got the lotion and we've got the spray, and also the Vicks as well, which is another well-known brand. The Voltarol is great for any hip pain problems. The only problem, of course, with the Deep Heat is the smell. It's not particularly pleasant, but in a moment I'll show you a product you can use which will give just as much effectiveness without that nasty smell. And finally, with the products here, a hot water bottle. Something really simple, but you just literally would sleep with the hot water bottle just lying on it. If there's any heat in the area, there's inflammation there, so you would need a cold pack. So it's not always heat that's needed. You may want to pop this in the freezer, reusable pouch, nice cold, pop it under the lower back, and the relief is immediate. Okay, so we spoke about some products to relieve pressure and discomfort in the lower back, and that's great if you're at home, but it's not always practical when you're going to work or you're going to be in a social environment and you don't want that smell, or you don't want to actually physically have to hold on to anything. So some products which I personally find are fantastic and really effective is the Thermacare belt. Now Kayla's just modelling this now, so if you just turn around for me, it has heat pads just here. These are activated and stay hot for hours, and it really will help your back a lot when you're at work. Just turn back round for me here. Again, the Deep Heat patches, there's no smell, it's odourless. So it's going to be very good for any social situation, so you're not offending anybody with that really pungent smell. Again, these patches you can stick anywhere on the back and they will last for hours, and they will really help you get through your day. Okay, so the final product, this is amazing. It's saved my life many times as a massage therapist. We do have very weak issues with our lower back sometimes because obviously the work we're doing. Also people who are working at a desk, this can really be helpful. This is a back posture protector. Okay, the company is Fortuna. It's fantastic and it will really help to support your back. If you just turn around for me here, you can see just at the back it really supports all the lower back here, and then just turn back round and you just wear it almost like a harness under your clothes all day, or on top if you feel you want to do that, much better underneath, and it will really be a godsend to you for the day.